why don't you have an HOV parking lot where I'm saving the earth? I'm bringing multiple people here to the movie theater. Why don't I get to park closer? I'm a better person than all these people who drove just by themselves separately, wasting a bunch of gas. So why aren't there HOV parking spots? You got parking spots for pregnant ladies, for police people, for army people. You have for handicapped people. Have throw a couple in there for HOV people. Three, two, one. Hello, welcome to another episode of the Pretty Huge Cinema Podcast. Today, we're going to get into the typical things that happen in my life. What happens in my life? I go to coffee shops, I work out, I use the bathroom, and I have issues with my phone. So those, surprisingly, are going to be the things that we're going to get into on today's episode. So please make sure to like, subscribe, comment, reach out, DM, help grow the YouTube channel, follow on Instagram, follow on X, watch PHGTV, watch Pretty Huge Reviews, all of that. Ooh, all right. So, as I said in the intro, we're going to get into what happens in my daily life, the issues I have, which currently my issue is my hair not looking good. I don't know. It's like getting to like the length I like it, but I don't know. Get to look on camera the way I want it to be. Difficult. Very difficult. All right, so things that happen in my life. Well, first, let's start with the World Cup. World Cup, I think third place game is going on, which third place game, I don't know why they have that. In the Olympics, I understand, I guess, having a third place game, like basketball, hockey, things like that, because you get a bronze medal, you get this other stuff. And for soccer, the World Cup, it's kind of just a sad thing you play on the day before. I'm not sure if the stars of the teams really play in it. The only benefit I saw is that the winner gets $1 million, which I don't know. I guess that's significant. I don't know the price of what the players are making while they're on the team, or if the countries just assume that players are playing for free and just playing for the pride of their country. So maybe $1 million they actually get to use on things. Because it'd be crazy if these countries say, you know what, you're not going to get paid at all, just do it because you love the country, but we're going to make all this money on ads and do this other stuff. I guess they provide like housing, private planes, stuff like that, but I don't know if they actually give them like actual pay for it instead. So I don't know if they do stuff like that for it. I guess that's the point of the third place match. You get some momentum maybe going into the next year, and it's just another game where you can play with the people of your same country. And I don't think the goals in third place match should go towards the Golden Boot competition. So I think Mbappe and Messi are tied right now, and Mbappe is playing in the third place match, which if you're not playing for the championship, I don't care if you're scoring the goals. It should be the Golden Boot is only in games that count towards winning the championship. If you've lost, you're out of the championship contention. Don't think the Golden Boot goals should count. Don't think the goals you score in those matches should count for it, because there's no consolation bracket for any other parts of the tournament. The only time you go to the consolation bracket is when you go into the third place match. So there could have been players on other teams that lost in the quarterfinals, where if they went to a consolation, got 2 extra consolation matches, then maybe they would have just as many goals for it. Just my thoughts as a soccer observer, not a casual, because I think I'm one level below that. All right, the other thing. All right, so people are talking for some reason about this Messi guy. Yeah. Talking to him how he's the greatest soccer player of all time, things like that. Ronaldo didn't do very well this World Cup. He's old, not doing well. So now everyone's talking about Messi. He's best of all time, has all these accolades, and if he wins it again, then that would make it even more unreachable. I don't think for sports you want to have a GOAT who's too unattainable to get, who's too high up there. So I think in some sports there might be that, like for horse racing. I don't think there's ever going to be a horse that overtakes Secretariat, especially in today's horse racing day and age, which I really don't know anything about. I don't even know what a trifecta is. I just hear about how horses are skipping races doing things just so that they can like sell and be worth more later. Which this is a different thing I thought of. All right, so Elmer's glue. Everyone used it as a kid. The glue smelled it sometimes, ingested a little bit of it. All right, Elmer's glue has a cow on the label of it. Now, is Elmer's glue doing the same thing that Chick-fil-A is doing, where they're putting an animal on the product that isn't used to make the product? Instead, they're using it to say, hey, protect this animal, eat more of our product, use more of our product. So Elmer's glue, I don't know if cows get put in it. I don't know what the ingredients are. All I know is I don't know, common phrase, not even phrase people use, but the understanding, the assumption people make of if a horse gets injured, they just go to a glue factory and get made into glue. So maybe Elmer's glue is doing that same thing where they're putting a cow on there to encourage you to use this glue so that way you're using less cow and other things. That's just the in-depth analysis I was doing when I was looking at back to school things, which back to school things being on sale in early July, I have no clue what the school schedule is like. I thought the kids like just got out of school in some places, and I'm already seeing back to school things. I guess I don't know if I start. I don't want to say knowing kids, but if there's someone has a kid in my family and I start knowing what the school schedule is like, I don't know what it is. It could end and start any time of day. But in mid-July, selling back to school things, that's too early to do that. Okay, what was I talking about? Oh, having the goat be too unattainable. Secretariat, maybe he's just too unattainable as a goat that no horse is ever going to overtake him. So it's really not even a conversation. You're just trying to go for number two. Michael Jordan one, I mean, that one's tough. There's, even with LeBron playing for 20 some years, there's still some people arguing that Michael Jordan's still better. So that one might be a little too unattainable too. People put lists together, people click and argue about it. Yeah, I understand that. You're trying to get more followers on your YouTube channel. So you're going to make some crazy, wacky list for it. But the Michael Jordan one, like, if you're not putting LeBron ahead of Michael Jordan, then I don't know what it's going to take for someone to overcome Michael Jordan as the greatest in that sport. In basketball, you can kind of put all of them together. It's not too position specific. Once you get into football, like, you kind of have like a greatest of all time at each position because they're so different and hard to equate against each other. Like equating how many passing yards is equivalent to a certain number of rushing yards. So it's hard to have it in that way. But basketball, they're all doing the same thing, less people out there. They all have the ability to get the same stats as another person. So that's a little bit easier to put for that. It's like for closers, I don't know if anyone's going to say someone's close to Mariano Rivera because he did so well, which I don't know, some baseball historian would probably say that some other relievers better based on, I don't know, some other stats. But I think Mariano has the most saves out of anyone. So what other sports is there just someone that's never going to eclipse them? Like Michael Phelps, if you consider the GOAT in swimming, it's like any swimmer that comes up, Caleb Dressel, Ryan Lochte, they're never going to be addressed as coming close to the GOAT of Michael Phelps. World leading, Joey Chestnut. I mean, you can say, who's that Japanese guy? Whatever, you could say him, but then, like, there's people coming along now who might challenge for number two. I forget who even got second place this year, but he put away like 50 dogs, no problem. I forget his name. So, but it's not even a conversation to get close to Joey Chestnut, the GOAT of world leading. What other GOATs are there? In wrestling, I don't think there's someone who's like that unattainable. Like, I mean, KO might be because he went undefeated, but like Dan Gable's up there. Coaching, I think there's multiple of them. Kale's kind of might make it unattainable. It depends how long he sticks around for it. And then even for wrestling, people might say like in a year, like the Hodge Trophy winner, like you were just so dominant in that year, he could be considered the GOAT just if you're just doing single seasons of being a GOAT for it instead of doing the entire like collegiate career for it. What other sports are there that just no one's even close to number one? But anyway, the general thing is you want to have the GOAT conversation be somewhat attainable. Maybe have like, you don't want just to run away. In tennis, I don't think it's as much It's a big runaway between Nadal, Federer, Djokovic. So those are kind of close, like fun, interesting debates. But you just can't have a goat that's just head and shoulders above everyone else. That just makes it no fun. You can't get cool or funny dialogue between two people arguing who's better if it's just one is clearly it. It's kind of like if you're doing it, you just have to say, all right, he's number one next. Who's number two? And just go down the line that way instead for it. All right. Since we're doing this before the World Cup final, I'm going to go with Argentina. Put it up. Argentina, champion. I don't know what my angles are like on my camera. It's a little more even. Usually I'm a little more to one side. Oh, well, that's just a little bit of a change. Okay. Next thing. Let's go to coffee setups. All right. Coffee setups, I've talked about like the different ones I've seen, the crazy like $300 ones that just like 24-hour drip coffee it takes to, it's not even cold brewing, it's just slow brewing it, stuff like that. But went to a coffee shop, hang out there. It's nice, just go on my laptop, do, I don't know, editing and stuff like that. Nothing too serious that I need to focus too much on. Do some light reading. Going there, thought I had this coffee place I went to and other ones I went to. I haven't seen this, so this is my suggestion for it. And other places might have it. Okay, great. Just the ones I've been to. It's not a unanimous thing that all coffee shops have. So it's some places like to call, and this might give away my idea. Some people might like to call their places coffee bars. Okay, you want a bar set up, you want people to see how the coffee's made. You got people flying around back there. Okay, cool. Put seats at like a bar setup where people can sit there at the counter and just see how things are done. They can see the espresso being made. They can see the flavorings being done. They can see you heat up the food in the microwave because you're not making it there. They see the different recipes that get made, the Americanos, cappuccinos, the lattes. Just put seats up in the front where people can still work, maybe like high top seats, still work there and just see what's going on. I know for some of it, you don't want to block it completely, make people think this place is way too busy, never going to be served. Maybe just like off to the side. Similar to like a Waffle House or a place like that where they have counter seats where you can sit there and you see everything that's going on. You can see the dishes being made, maybe interact with the workers there a little bit. But have a similar setup at a coffee place where, yeah, I would just be interested in seeing how coffee's being made. I can still work there, and I'm not worried about it being too loud or noisy, things like that. Just be a cool place to sit out besides the general like lounge chairs, tables, if you're there for like a long period of time. And I guess some people just work all day at a coffee shop. That'd be a lot to do. And that gets back to a similar thing if you're going to watch the March Madness at a restaurant or sports bar place. How much per hour do you have to spend there if you're going to continue to be there throughout the day? I mean, they do have like the endless drip coffee option you could get. So I guess if that's endless, then you're kind of inviting people to do that. But I don't know how much you got to spend to be there the entire day. And I might have said that before. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. That's different thought. If you're just getting one drink for a 4-hour thing, or one drink and you're hanging out there for 4 hours, that's $1 an hour. Is that enough of a charge? I haven't seen a coffee place put people on a timer for that, so I guess it's not that big of an issue. So you can just find other ones to go to for it. Okay, that's coffee. Other thing, which depending on the coffee place you go to, I haven't run into this issue, but have I? I don't think so. You have to have high quality toilet paper at a coffee place. That just, I don't even think there's a debate for that. Just every place, like, you know what's happening here. People are drinking coffee all the time. It's like, you know what's going down. You gotta have high quality toilet paper in there. You can't have just bad stuff in there. Like an airport, okay, a lot of people need toilet paper in there, but you don't care. People, like, they have no choice to go into there. So when I go through and rank coffee places, that's a factor in there for it. There's nothing really else to do about that because that's kind of potty talk, and I don't think we need to do that on here. Okay, but the other thing about bathrooms, this isn't as much potty talk. This is the after the washing the hands part of it. So we did the washing the hands part of it. Go back, listen to, I don't even know which episode ago it was. But yeah, not water. If you have an automatic water thing coming out, not enough is coming out of there. Okay, soap thing. I mean, it's not too much of an issue. That usually is a pretty quick thing, just like enough. But the other automatic part of this, and I said the hand dryers, I don't like using those. I like using paper towels. If you have an automatic paper towel, you got to have that thing just the speed of it, well, not really the speed of it, but the amount that comes out in one automatic swipe of it, you always got to have that thing going. Because I've been in bathrooms sometimes where it's like the sensor's not working, there's no towels that come out, or the towels are like 6 inches long, and it's just, all right, well, I gotta get like 30 of these if I'm gonna have any chance of getting somewhat dry hands. And then when you're sitting there trying to get the towels, you get the towel, all right, this one's just soaked, so done with that one, and my hands are dripping on the floor, and I'm just waiting the towel out. Just have it no matter what. Just have the paper dryer, paper towel dispenser, just always give one out. I've also seen other ones of that where it's you rip it, it just automatically spits out another one. Rip it, automatically spits out another one. You don't gotta wave some sensor, it just knows. Yep, if I feel a rip, which I don't know how they do that, if I feel that, I'm just letting another one go for it. I'm not waiting around, and I'm giving a decent length. Minimum 2 or 3 for it. I like getting 3 for it. Well, 2 or 3 to dry your hands, and then another one to open up the door. I think that's pretty standard. I don't know if it's standard, but it's what I do for it. But that's a similar thing. Not enough water comes out, and the paper towels, they aren't long enough, and just the amount I got to get. Now, which kind do I prefer? Like the brown versus the white kind of paper towel? See, I mean, the white kind is like the bleached kind. Ugh, gross. Coffee filter, white coffee filters, the bleached kind. No, thank you. But I think those probably work better than the brown ones. Those brown paper towels, those don't work as well. You need like whatever those white paper towels are. I don't know what the difference are. Is it just the bleachedness of them? I don't know. That could be it. That's not too interesting of a debate for it, because yeah, there's really not too much difference for it. I could use either one, just as long as it's continually going. And you got, I said some of them, it's like I said, some of them just come out 6 inches. Like some of them be like half of that, like 3 inches long, and it's long, it's longer, or the width of it. No, the width of it's usually, which one do I want? Yeah, that's the problem. So I need the length of the paper towel to come out to be greater than the width of it. That's basically what I would use as a measurement for it, of a paper towel amount I would like to come out at the beginning of it. Ooh, I don't know if I got to the bottom of that one, but I think I did. Okay, last one. No, two more. Two more topics here. So spun the topic wheel. Spin, 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 spin. And Price is Right, land on it, which I haven't watched Price is Right in a while. But of like the shows that happen, the game shows that go on, I think Price is Right is one. I think your strategy, well, I mean, I think most of them, your strategy plays a part in it, but I think that's one I could win. Yeah, it might be dumb, where it's an easy thing they want people to win, but I think I could figure it out faster than some other people, because I watch a couple, again, I don't watch it too regularly, but there are times where I've seen a couple episodes, a couple days in a row, but you can figure out like which one's going to be the vacation puzzle of it, um, and just figure out the strategy of, okay, I need to keep spending to get more for this, because I'm not gonna get much for a like bonus at the end of it. Then the other part of it, of you figure out which round it is, and you figure out that that's the vacation round for it, where you just have to win it. If you end with 1,000, you get an extra 10,000 just because of the vacation trip you get from it. So just win that round as fast as possible. But I think I could do decently well at that one, because whenever I watch it on TV, I'm screaming out letters. I know like all of them, pretty much all 26 of them. Yeah, so I can figure that one out for it. I forget, is Ryan Seacrest the host of that one now? I think he replaced Pat Sajak, but Vanna White's still on there. My camera fuzzy. I think it's good enough. But the other ones like Jeopardy, no, not winning that. Family Feud, no, I don't like going on that one. Price is Right. I mean, before I was pretty, um, I don't want to say amazed, but surprised because my mom was around when I was sick watching it or something. She just know prices of things and have guesses for them. Like, how do you know how much like laundry detergent costs? And now that living on my own, buying those kinds of things, like, oh, I know how much detergent costs. I walk up and down those aisles and see them and know how much loaves of bread cost, eggs cost, different band-aids, things like that. And I could know how much things cost because I go to the grocery store on a pretty regular basis for it and buy those kinds of items. And maybe it's not the specific brand that I get, but it's close enough. Or I walk down the aisle and I've seen it, so I can guess what kind of price that is. So I guess that kind of wonder went away a little bit since I'm like, yeah, I know prices now. But as a little kid, I don't know what the price of anything is. I don't know what the price of a pack of gum is. I don't know what the price to get a thing of a family size thing of cereal. Those were all made up. So I didn't really get the prices right. And now they got a bunch of wacky games. Well, I mean, they've always had those where it's just 50-50 of if you get it or not. Guess this number. And the price of a car, I don't know how those people aren't better at it. If you're thinking about going on prices right, like study the prices of cars. Just know like what the general thing is or what the range of it could be for like an SUV, for a which I don't even know what compact car is. Whenever I go somewhere and it says compact cars only, I'm like, I don't know, this is pretty compact. It's not as compact as what like a clown car might be, but like it's pretty compact. It can fit a lot of people for the size of it. The percentage of like seats filled up, like area of the inside of the car filled with people versus like other cars. Maybe that's what the percentage is, where you have the inside volume of your interior. That's the denominator part of it. Ooh, hit the microphone. This game pretty mathy, so buckle up. So that's like the denominator of it, the total volume. And the top part is just volume of the people in the car. And whether, so you get some percentage. If like, I don't even know what reasonable percentage is, but if 50% of the interior volume of the car is taken up, then it could be considered compact. That's a pretty good measurement for it. Maybe that is what the measurement for it is. Well, I'm not looking that up. But that's good enough reason for what a compact car might be. So maybe I'm able, well, then it would depend on what your occupancy is. Which for highways, they have HOV lanes. So depending on the number of people you have, you can park closer or farther away. But in parking lots, why don't you have an HOV parking lot where I'm saving the earth? I'm bringing multiple people here to the movie theater. Why don't I get to park closer? I'm a better person than all those people who drove just by themselves separately, wasting a bunch of gas. So why aren't there HOV parking spots? You got parking spots for pregnant ladies, for police people, for army people. You have for handicapped people. Throw a couple in there for HOV people. And that could also go the flip way, where people have HOV lanes for people. Why don't you have HOV lanes for veterans, for police people, for disabled people, where they get their own kind of special lane they could use or discounts that they get on the toll road, things like that. That's, man, who would have thought that went there from prices? I don't have any of that written down. That was pretty good podcasting right there. Yes, pointed out so that people rewind, re-listen to it. It's like, oh man, he really flowed through those points of going from, was I talking about automatic paper towel holders? Man, that is something. Maybe I'm gonna have to go back and re-listen to that in the recap at the end of the year. Maybe I'll put that flow state in there. But compact cars, I don't know what those are. Is that like a sedan car? And the sedans, when I learned that like a sedan is just like a two-door car that has 5 seats in it, I was like, sedan sounds like a vehicle that has just so many more seats in it than 5 for it. It's like, oh yeah, I drive a sedan. I was like, how many people are you carrying around in that car? And it goes, well, just 5. Like, sedan sounds so much bigger. Like Suburban, like that's a huge vehicle, and maybe it's just the number of letters that's in it that makes it sound like such a big vehicle. For it's like I can't drive a Suburban. That's too much, too much junk back there that you got to worry about whipping around. For it's not too concerned about that. The other game shows, I don't even know what are the other game shows people play. Oh, no, those are like night game shows. Press My Luck, I think that's a nighttime one. What other morning ones are there? Like mid morning. There's one. It's not Press My Luck. What is it? Let's Make a Deal. Never watched that one. Not sure. I see. I've seen it, but I don't know like what's going on with it. And the parts I've seen haven't been like what's going on in it. It's just when they're talking to the crowd, so I don't really know what's going on in that one. Game Show Network. I mean, Lingo. That's pretty much just the what's word. Now, is it Wordle? That 5 letter thing. That's pretty much just Lingo. Basically, Lingo's pretty cool. I like that one. They have like Card Shark games, which I don't know. Those you just go to casino and play those. You don't need to go and talk to the guy from Fresh Prince, the shorter guy, Carlton. You don't need to talk to him to gamble on blackjack and make 21 and things like that. The trivia they always had in there, that was super easy. Like that thing was probably meant for them to get it quickly and get it pretty fast. Uh, whatever, automatic towels. Any other game shows? Well, Jeopardy isn't a morning game show. Price is Right isn't a morning game show. No, Price is Right is. The other one I said isn't. Jeopardy isn't, and Wheel of Fortune. Those ones aren't morning ones either. But yeah, I think I get the Wheel of Fortune ones. And then after a few spins, you figure out like what your strength is on it. I don't think they adjust the resistance of the wheel for. I think it's pretty consistent throughout. Yeah, some bearings might wear down a little bit, but it's probably pretty consistent for it. They're not gonna move it. They just don't know their own strength and think I'm gonna change my spinning speed every single time. Dumb. All right, so I think the last one here. I'll save this one for later. I'll save the phone issue for later. All right, so gym. I go to the gym. Obviously, look at the shirt. It's either that or it shrunk. One of the two. Go to the gym. Went. I don't know. I'm really holding on to this mic. A couple times since. Yeah, I go to the gym. How do I want to say this? So I went at a different time, and I don't know if it was because I didn't wear headphones. I was on my way to the gym, and I realized I had my headphones in a different place because I went running and I didn't put them back in my gym bag. Yeah, I run too. Okay. Didn't put them back in my gym bag. It's like, all right, I'll go to the gym. I don't know who makes the decisions of what music to play at the gym, but whoever did that, they don't go to the gym. No one's listening, and whatever gym music you're thinking of, that's the music I'm talking about. It's some sort of pop type thing, but it's not like motivational pop. It's like weird type of pop music that their songs just I've never listened to. It's not because I'm not familiar with today's latest songs, which I'm not really. I know a couple of them. It's pop songs I've never heard of, artists I've never heard of. It's like, who decided that this was the song to play at the gym? Like, if I was in charge of the gym front, like the front of the gym and what music plays, like, oh, let me look up what a gym playlist might be. Oh, it needs to be clean. Okay, let me look up a clean gym playlist. It would have way better songs in there. But I'm not going to complain about that because that's kind of a standard known thing for it. It's like, I just forgot that. But going at a different time of day and seeing new people, it's like, man, you people are so different, act so different. The evening people versus late night people, or the morning people versus the evening people. In the morning, yeah, you can rotate between different machines. Not many people are there. But if you're in the evening, it's like, you can't be switching between multiple different like machines or lifting things or dumbbell benches. Like you have to be like set to one just because there are so many more people there. And if I see you on multiple different things, it's like, well, you just don't care about other people's workouts. And then you go, all right, put myself in that guy's shoes. He's going around these different machines. And I go, but think about these other people's shoes where they're going, I'm trying to get this workout in, but this guy's using a bunch of different machines. All right, so whose shoes am I supposed to be in? Am I supposed to straddle it and have one foot in each camp? I don't know. I'm just going with Evening, if it's, again, another percentage where they might have to have a counter at the beginning of the gym of we are at this capacity. If we're at above or below 75 people, I don't know, make up a number, 100 people, you can only be using one equipment thing at a time. You can't be saving things and switching between different machines. You can only be on one. So you have the different sign at the beginning of how many current members do we have in here. Just a quick head count. And yeah, that could change because you got different areas, things like that. But say we got 100 people in here, one machine per. And if you're on multiple, start enforcing gym rules, which they don't enforce any of those. People are walking around in flip flops, lifting. It's like, just something, man. Just be like, hey, let's not wear flip flops here. Okay, cool. All right. What are things? Oh, and when you don't wear headphones, I think today I didn't have headphones either because, like, I don't know, something happened where, like, they didn't charge or something. It wasn't working. The case got messed up. It's like when you don't have headphones and people just take that as an invitation to talk to you for whatever reason. I don't know if it was the face I was making, me looking around the gym. I don't know what it is. People decide to come up to me and talk. I don't know what it is. Doing one exercise. I was doing an exercise in front of what is it, like, not the rope things, but those, like, it's not P90X things, but where they just have, like, they're hanging down, they have, like, the grips on there. I don't even know what the name of the exercise is, but I was doing something in front of that. I was resting between sets and it was in front of some of the kettlebells. And people use kettlebells, so I was like, all right, whatever. So a guy comes over, he's like, hey, can I? And I just assumed he was going to grab a kettlebell. So this story might be my fault. I just assumed he was going to grab a kettlebell. Which, why is it? Oh, is it shaped like a bell? Because it's not kettle bar, it's kettlebell. And I'm like, yeah, go ahead. And he finished his sentence. He's like, can I use that while you're not using it? I was like, I wish I didn't say yes right away. Because for the interaction, I said before, it's like, I was trying to get it over with. Say, yeah, whatever, or no, things like that. So I just immediately when I started, he said, hey, can I? I was assuming he was going to grab a kettlebell. So I was kind of standing in front of the kettlebells, waiting between my sets to do this other exercise that's in the same area for. It's like, I got to do this here, and I'm not going to walk all the way over to the other side of the gym, stand there. It's like, I'm going to be in this area, I guess, in front of the kettlebells. And he just proceeds to do whatever exercise he did. It's like, I wish that wouldn't have happened. And also, if you ask to use a machine or a weight or some other equipment, when I'm not using it, I'm watching your entire set. I was just standing there. I wasn't staring at him, it was like in his general direction. Like, yeah, I understand you're doing this. I see it. I guess I said yes, but I am not happy about it. Especially if it's like a thing where there are multiple setups for it. You decide you want to use this one instead of, well, there weren't multiple setups for it. There was a different, like, band thing where you would just have to take it from the sled thing and put it, like, clip it into the other place. And he didn't want to do that. I was like, whatever. And later, I think it was the same guy, came up to me, asked me about, like, the exercise I did. I was like, dude, I don't know. Just because I don't have 5 headphones in, you would not have come up to me and said anything to me. Which maybe that's what I need to do. Just not wear headphones, have more people come up to me, share my knowledge with them. Maybe have a more friendly face. That's not happening. I'm not inviting people in for it. You gotta get past that barrier if you want this gym knowledge for it. Or just watch from afar and see what happens. That's another option. All right. I think that's all that I got for that. So I'm going to wrap it up there. Thanks for tuning in. Please make sure, again, to like, subscribe, comment, reach out, DM, follow on X, follow on Instagram, watch Pretty Huge Reviews. Got a new review set filming coming out. So tune in for that. Watch PhD TV. Pretty Huge Oasis is growing. And we got a couple big breakthroughs coming. So make sure tune in for that, and not just at the end when we're destroying everything. You got to be along for the ride in it. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Talk to you guys later. Bye.